morning, everyone. It's a
Good
proud
morning, ma'am.
moment. Yeah, it's a very proud moment for all of us at Delhi International School. We are starting our assembly today. We are starting our segment on motivational speakers, and in that line, this year we have Wing Commander Binay Bhushan Meher with us, who is a shining example of focused effort, dedication, and determination. He's a person who dreams big, identifies his goals, and sets out to fulfill them ardently. He is a gold medalist in post graduation and was awarded the title of Pride of Odisha. Subsequently, he joined the Airforce as administrative officer and rose to the rank of wing commander in a very short time due to his commitment and hard work. He was also a deputation to DRDO radar unit at Hyderabad. That's when I had the privilege of meeting him. Thank you. He served as commanding officer in Burj, and now he is posted to the Eastern Command, West Bengal, as commanding officer. A man of varied talents, an ardent fitness expert. He is a national and international judge for many prestigious bodybuilding championships. He's also an excellent golf player and is an international judge for golf tournaments worldwide. He was also bestowed upon with the title of Mr. Secunderabad Club. Secunderabad Club is a very prestigious club in Twin Cities for 3 years in a row. A hat trick indeed. And right now, I think he's pursuing his law. So I do not know what he's going to do next once he becomes a lawyer. But we are very honored to have you with us, sir. And thank you so much for acceding to our request and being on board today. Thank you so very much. Okay.
Thank you,
Thank you
Shala
very much,
ma'am.
ma'am, for kind words.
Yeah. Wing Commander, let me just introduce the school to you, please. Children, we are very privileged to have with us Wing Commander Binaya Bhushan Meher, who has joined us from, as ma'am told you, Shillong in West Bengal. And he is going to share his experiences in the Air Force and the importance of discipline in our lives. And let me just introduce the school to you, sir. We are 3 years old,
Yes, ma'am.
and we have been really focused on developing our students' extracurricular skills beyond academics. So we focus a lot on public speaking and a lot of activities wherein children are involved, interactive teaching practices. And when the good times were there, when we could take them out, we have taken them on lots of school trips also around the city to teach them experiential learning. And now, of course, we have been running online classes for the last 6 months almost, and our classes are very much akin to regular classroom teaching, except for the fact that each one is sitting in their own homes, but teachers are teaching them online and in an interactive way again. So children grow a lot in different ways when they learn this way. And we have been conducting special assemblies throughout these online days. With the introduction of children to war heroes. We had a whole section on various war heroes and their contributions in the Kargil war and various other, the ambitious projects which India has done till now, the wars India has fought. And then we also took them on a tourism special where teachers took them on a real virtual tour. And it concluded yesterday with Shala ma'am taking students to Antarctica on a virtual tour. So they got the real feel of traveling in an aeroplane or a train and then going to different places and visiting and eating also virtually over there. And now we have started our series of guest lectures with inspirational speakers. And you are the privileged first person to be speaking to them virtually. And we welcome you to this school. And I hope we will all have a very rewarding experience listening to you.
Good morning, ma'am, and good morning, children.
Good morning.
And I extend my good morning to everybody online. Let me welcome you all with respect and reverence. Today, I am privileged to address you all who are looking fresh, gleeful, ebullient, as fresh as daisy with full of exuberance. You all have champagne spark in your faces to listen to me. At the same time, I will reciprocate you all with adamantine, indomitable, and indefatigable spirit. Let me introduce you about Indian Air Force. You may choose Indian Air Force as a career being an officer of Indian Air Force. The aspiring children are welcome to join Indian Air Force as a pilot, an engineer, or an administrative officer. I am sure you will enjoy your most challenging life with fun, glory, and commitment to serve the nation. That is India, or you can say Bharat. Even after becoming the Air Force officer or any military leader, you have the option to excel with challenging sports and adventure activities, and simultaneously contributing in your profession with jingoistic, nationalistic, and patriotic mindset. You will feel the pride of touching the sky with glory. That is the motto of Indian Air Force. Let me advance. You all are great citizens and netizens of this country. Whatever this country expects from you, it must come from inside your heart with a resounding voice. It resonates from inside. You also have the option to cherry pick one option, one profession, and change it till you fulfill your dreams or reach your goal. You can cherry pick any of the options to become an IAS officer, IPS, IFS, IRS, educationist, doctor, lawyer, engineer, scientist, astronaut, journalist, justice, or magistrate, businessman, social activist, actor, actress, politician, computer wizard, vocalist, or international sports star, or finally, fitness icon. You must be hellbent to win against all the insurmountable challenges ahead of you. Children, when you look for the good in others, you find the best in yourself. The more you push your boundaries, the better you become, the stronger you become, the pleasure you become, and the more affable you become. You can't lose your temper 1 minute and then expect everything to be hunky-dory again the next. It is not possible. When you shout, when that ego temper comes, it takes some time to normalize. That's what I mean. Ego, children, you must develop sanguine and choleric temperament in you. That I will talk in next slide. Ego is just like dust in eyes. Without, whenever you have dust in your eyes, you can't see it properly. So the point is that you must clear the ego and see the world. Next, coming to the 4 temperaments of a human, be it children or be it a grown-up individual. I must emphasize on 4 types of humanity temperament. Those are sanguine, choleric, melancholic, and phlegmatic temperament. All these temperaments are inside all of us. Now let me amplify these 4 types of temperaments which are there in any individual. Sanguine. Sanguine is a student with who are having the optimistic approach, social in nature, extroverts, lively, and able to take decisions. They are affable, easy to go around. Then coming to choleric. Choleric also having the temperament who is having the social attitude, extrovert, decision making, ambitious, and he is also goal oriented. So most of the students or most of the individuals are having sanguine and choleric temperament. Now coming to the melancholic temperament. There are few individuals, few students, those who are having more of melancholic attitude and less of sanguine and choleric attitude. Melancholic means they are introvert, inhibited, anxious, and they are short temper. Now coming to phlegmatic. Phlegmatic type of temperament are the persons who are lively and not easily around. That means you can't say they are affable. These are the 4 types of temperament. I urge my students, those who are with me today, to develop more of sanguine and choleric temperament compared to melancholic and phlegmatic. Next, children, I must urge you people to be the best version of yourself. What is that best version? You know, we constantly update our Android mobiles. And this COVID-19, when the challenge is thrown to us, we are more aware of various types of softwares, mobiles, computers, and all those things. So constantly, we have to update our Android operating system, that is personal computer, and also our wisdom and knowledge. What I mean updating is bringing the best version of what existing. And whenever you are updating to a higher version of yourself, you should be able to give the best of yourself. If you stick to the older version, you reach a plateau and you don't have to work harder. But when you update yourself to a higher version, you give your 100% coming out of the comfort zone. Coming out of comfort zone is the most important part in the life to reach to your goal faster. That's what I want to emphasize, is that you are your own competition actually. Nobody is your competition. Finally, success will knock on your doorstep. Okay, now I would like to remind you all a very amazing Sanskrit verse which describes the five most important qualities that a student must have. In fact, each one of us is a student in our life, and that's why we must possess and try to cultivate those 5 qualities. I quote, Kakachastha Bakodhyanam Shwananidra Tatheva cha. I repeat, Kakachastha Bakodhyanam Shwananidra Tatheva cha. Alpahari Grihatyagi Vidyarthi Panchalakshanam. What is Vidyarthi? Next. Vidyarthi, I mean, Vidya is knowledge and Arthi is desire. Vidyarthi means one who desires knowledge. All of us possess Panchalakshanam. Children, we must develop 5 characteristics, features, and qualities. You must spread your wings and move ahead. Nothing can stop you. Nobody can quarantine. Nobody can ostracize your courage, your confidence, and the truth. Let me quote an example of student life. All of us in our childhood read the story of a crow who was extremely thirsty and was flying around looking for some water. The crow found a pitcher of water. As the crow landed itself on the rim of the pitcher and looked inside the contents available in that pitcher, he found there are water, but the water was very bottom of the pitcher, and there was no way the crow could drink by putting its beak inside. The crow started thinking, and what should be done? And so finally, the crow came out with a brilliant idea. What is that brilliant idea? The crow started looking around and started picking up in its beak the tiny pebbles and putting them inside the pitcher one by one. Pebbles by pebbles by pebbles, the crow kept working hard until the level of the water rose up to the rim of the pitcher, and the crow finally quenched its thirst. Now coming to Kakachasta. Now let me talk about the Kakachasta first. Kakachasta Bakodhyanam. Coming to Kakachasta, Kakachasta refers to the patience, hard work, and the efforts of the crow. Yes, children, remember, if we have to work hard in our lives, if we have to truly bring out what is within inside, we have to go through painful sharpening of Kakachasta. It means put efforts like a crow. Then comes Bakodhyanam. Bakodhyanam is the second quality of a Vidyarthi. Bakodhyanam means the intense focus of a crane. Crane is bird. When one looks at the crane standing on one leg, completely focused into the water, the crane with one pointed attention in looking at the waters as the fish are swimming around inside the waters. The crane will allow the small fish to swim around and not to be satisfied with them. Why the crane is not satisfied with the tiny fish, small fish? The crane will focus and wait for the big fish to come. If the crane settles with small fish, it will lose the big fish around the pond. Similarly, in life, in our life, when we want to focus what is important, we should allow the small things to pass by, and we should not be distracted by the little things. Sometimes there will be interpersonal relations, issues, conflicts. Sometimes there will be health crisis, and sometimes there might be financial problems. So many things keep happening in life. Let the small things pass by so that you can focus only the most important things in life. It is applicable from students to the older person. So the bottom line of Bhagavad Dhyana is focus on your goal like a crane. The big things, for most important things. Now the Shwana Nidra. Coming to Shwana Nidra. What is Shwana? Shwana is dog. Nidra is sleep. And Shwana Nidra means sleep of a dog. Or to be more precise, the alertness of a dog. We are not focusing on the sleeping of a dog. This is the alertness of a dog, changing from negativity to positivity. All of us must have seen actually when a dog is sleeping, although his eyes are closed, the dog is very alert, surrounding around it. Even if there is a little sound or even someone walks very, very slowly close to dog, the dog will immediately open its eyes. You might have noticed. All those who want knowledge in life and want to pursue that is meaningful in life have to practice the quality of alertness. That's what I emphasize. Shwananidra means stay alert like a dog with your eyes, ear open, so that you are with the motions of life. Next is Alpahari. Alpahari is the fourth quality of a Vidyarthi which he must possess. What is Alpa? Alpa is less. And what is Ahar? Ahar in Sanskrit, it means food. Alpahari means that one seeking knowledge should eat less. Why he should eat less and how it is related, I'll put the different meaning. We have varieties of ahar in life. For example, for this tongue, we have food, that is the ahar. For our ears, we have sound, that is the ahar. Music, talk, that is the ahar for ear. For our eyesight, we have both eyesight. For eyesight, sight, people, beautiful, romantic or panoramic sceneries is the ahar. So for each one of the senses we are having, there is ahar, and ahar is different from different senses. And when the verse says that a vidyarthi should be alpahari, it means we should be very careful of what inputs we give to our senses, because whatever inputs we give to our senses actually go and make a deep, indelible impression on our psyche and on our inner systems. In Sanskrit, we call it sanskar. Sanskar means that indelible impressions that sensory inputs leave on our minds. Therefore, when we talk about the alpahari, it means we should be very careful to choose those sensory inputs which are of value and those things that we want our mind space to be filled with. You don't want your minds to be filled with clutters. Do not subject yourself to unwanted things in the world around us, which will go and occupy your precious mind space, which should not be taken by unwanted, less valuable, and less priority things. Children, your mind space is meant and reserved for the most important and valuable things. That's why Alpahari, I mean, always give right input to your senses. Now coming the fifth quality, last but not the least, that is Griha Tyagi. Griha means home and Tyagi means to give up or leave. Griha Tyagi, Griha Tyagi means leaving home, go and to go in pursuit of knowledge in its real implied sense. Grihatyagi does not mean leaving home. It means leaving our comfort zone to pursue knowledge, to achieve something which is extraordinary and great. Home is our comfort zone. And if we are staying in our comfort zone, there is less chances or percentage is ministerial of pursuing knowledge of superior level compared to knowledge gained in out of comfort zone. That's what I means. No pains, no gains. As a sports icon, as a fitness freak, I must say when I hit gym, when muscles say no, I say yes. The aim is go and pursue knowledge. Children, I would draw the inferences. Next slide. Let me encapsulate and truncate my talk briefly. There are 5 qualities which all children must remember. Next slide. These are the 5 qualities which all children must remember in their life. Even it is applicable to older persons or grown up. First is kakachesta. That means the efforts of a crow. We must put in efforts like a crow to achieve our goal. Second is bakodhyanam, the focus of a crane, how the crane is focused to catch the big fish and leave the small fish, tiny fish to move around or swim around in the water. Next is swananidra, the alertness of a dog, how the dog when it is asleep still is so awake and aware of the surroundings around it. Alpahari, Alpahari means giving the right inputs to your. And finally, Grihatyagi, that means whenever you are planning something, aiming something, tapasya is required. You have to go out of your comfort zone to achieve that. These are the 5 qualities which I urge all children and all parents must give a thought and achieve it so that success will chase our children. Children will not chase success. That's what I suggest. Jai Hind. Any question? I am open to your questions.
Thank you so much, Wing Commander. That was totally enlightening, and I was in awe because I was trying to process the information, and amazingly how very simply you have put it in, into the children's alpahari, right inputs. I really did not think of that. Kakacheshta, efforts of a crow. Yes, we've all learned that little story. But bringing it out into a motivational lecture, that's amazing. And the crane, yes, we've all heard about it. Now I understand why the crane stands on its single focus.
In one leg.
Focus. It was an amazing, amazing inputs that you have given us, and I'm sure our children are going to imbibe these values. And probably, like you, with the focused effort, they will all emerge victorious. And like you rightly said, the competition is within ourselves. We don't have to compete with anybody. The competition is with yourself all the time. Thank you so much. That was amazing. Madam?
Um, Thank you, Wing Commander. Your views very much echoed many things which our teachers keep telling the students. But children, when somebody who has achieved so much in life, he comes and tells you, then I think it will have a greater impact. And the best thing which I liked from your lecture was ego is like dust in your eyes. And really, when you have dust in your eyes, you can't see anything properly. And in the same way, when your ego is, sort of superseding other qualities, then your mind will not be able to think. And I think students need to keep this very much in mind. Control your anger, which is another very, 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 uh, relevant thing in children's lives, because we get angry very soon, and when we give in to anger we will not be able to achieve. As a wing commander, when he flies his aeroplane, his fighter planes, and when he's in crisis situations, I'm sure all these things are the ones which help him to rise above it and come out successful, and that is why he is wing commander today. And if you people also are dreaming to touch such great heights, like Sir said in the beginning, Indian Air Force or Indian Administrative Services or Indian Foreign Services, Indian Revenue Services, whichever field you want to excel in, these five qualities are going to really help you, children, and I'm sure our children will benefit from your talk, sir. It was really very, very thrilling, and it was, it was so absorbing that we could not move away from, and
Riveting.
it was reverberating all around. I'm sure even the family members have been listening to you. We are really privileged to have you with us. And a little thing which I stand corrected, he's now currently serving in Meghalaya, children. Shillong is in Meghalaya, and he's speaking to us from there. So thank you so much, sir. You've taken time out from your very busy schedule. I'm sure you must be going out for your duties and other things, and it's a working day today. So I'm sure you have taken time out to be with us. Thank you so much for that.
Madam,
Uh,
can we give him 5 minutes of session, one by one? We'll
yes,
start with
I'm
grade
happy.
9. Grade 9 children, if you're there, if you have any questions for the wing commander, you can unmute and ask one by one.
Sir, which department?
I am administrative officer. I control the radars. Especially, I am a fighter controller. When you see the Rafale is flying, I will be there to control the pilot sitting in the Rafale. That is my job.
Sir, did you use anytime snipers, sir? Snipers.
Yes, we use during our range firing. That is supposed to be fired by everybody across the Army, Air Force, Navy, or paramilitary forces. That is the training compulsory for us, so that at any time you are armed to give a befitting reply to your forces, to your rivals or enemies.
Sir, you used AK-47?
AK-47 normally we don't use. We use the normal rifles. AK-47 used by our Garud forces, which is the specialized force. Their job is to use the AK-47s and destroy, decimate, incarnate the enemies.
Sir, I want to be a fighter plane.
Wish you all the best, and I wish you all the best. I hope one day you will fly a Rafale.
I want to be a police. Sir,
Welcome.
I want to be a fighter pilot. Sir,
Yes, yes, you please prepare. You will become
hello,
patriot of
sir.
this country.
Sir,
Country will depend on you. Country,
Sir,
okay.
sir, I want to become an Air Force officer.
Yeah, it is very easy. You just focus on your study, focus on your physical activities. I am sure one day you will sit like me, better than me, in better position. Wish you all the best.
Sir, when will you teach to China? Where can
Okay,
we get the
China.
pilot
Okay,
license?
listen to me.
Right
India
now.
is very, very
I
strong. You know your prime minister. He is very the strongest leader in this globe. So one day will come, will decimate China and Pakistan simultaneously same day.
Sir,
Sir,
do Indian Air Force also fight?
Indian Air Force is the important wing to destroy and damage the enemy.
Where can we train to with fly a plane and
Okay, you
get
can
the
go to. We
license?
can go to. You can when you will be selected, you will get a chance to go to Air Force Academy Dundigal, just close to your Telangana, Hyderabad.
sir, on the best one, the best one of the uh, 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 Indian Air Force, sir.
If you want to join Indian Air Force, join as fighter pilot of Indian Air Force. Be it
Yes, sir.
anything, be it fighter airplane or transport aeroplane or the fighting helicopters. Always try to become the pilot in Indian Air Force. After your 10 plus 2, if you go to NDA, you will become pilot. Or for girl students, after degree, you have the option to join Indian Air Force as a pilot. Wish you all the best. Those who are aspiring, you are most welcome. And
Sir, do you go on any missions?
yes, we go for mission. We are meant for that.
Sir, can you tell one machine name? Sir, how you will help the soldiers?
Okay, for example, suppose when you go for a mission, we give the name of it. The name is Operation Vijay. Operation Vijay is to go and destroy the enemy. That is called Operation Vijay. I was one part of it. Okay, so name of all operations are given separately, keeping in mind the type of task you are supposed to do.
Have you met Narendra Modi?
Yes, I met him at Delhi when I was the captain of Indian team. That time we met him. Okay, wing commander rank. After that, we will become the group captain. After that, air commander. After that, air vice marshal, then air chief.
And Airforce training how many years, sir?
Again,
Airforce training, sir.
okay, air force training is for 3 years for MBA and 2 years. 5 years, those who are joining after graduation, it will be 2 years.
Sir, do you know Wing Commander? Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, I know wing commander Abhinandan. He is junior to me.
Abhinandan, sir.
Yes, I know wing commander Abhinandan. He is junior to me by 2 years.
Thank you so much, Wing Commander. And the children are pretty excited, and I'm
Yes.
sure they have a horde of questions to ask you. Probably we will have to invite you once again to address the queries of all our children. And
Yes, ma'am.
it's going to
I will
stop
visit your
here.
school. Thank you very much. Thank you, principal. It's my pleasure to be a part of you. Jai Hind.
Thank you. Thank you, children.
Sir, it's been an honor to meet you. Thank you for taking out time.
Jai
Thank
Hind.
you.
Jai Hind.
Jai Hind.